Hey, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota. Today I've got a 2022 Toyota RAV4 XLE all-wheel drive gasoline edition. Right in the middle of the lineup for the standard editions on the RAV4, the XLE is one of the best sellers. Now this is a standard XLE trim, no extras on this one. Sticker price a little over $31,000. Let's go ahead and get started up front. The color on this one is magnetic gray metallic, a really great color on this and a classic color for Toyota, similar to Barcelona red, been around for a number of years and very popular. So XLE trim, gasoline, chrome Toyota badge up front. They've also got the slatted matte black finish on the grille, ABS plastic, scratch and dent resistant. Lower bumper, same thing, ABS plastic, scratch and dent resistant. The standard XLE does not have fog lights here on the side, so these are kind of a faux vent, if you will. New headlights for 2022, full complement of LED headlights, but they kind of rearranged the lenses a little bit. So for 2022, the daytime running lights, LED turn signals are up here, and then your headlights still LED projector style, but they've been repositioned. So just a different style, but the same quality and same brightness you'd expect from an LED bulb. Love the body lines on the hood here. A lot of nice muscular curves and sharp angles. Up in the windshield, that's where the sensors are for the the pedestrian detection, lane detection, pre-collision, those types of things. Behind the badge here is where the dynamic radar cruise control sensors are hidden. Real nice low profile. You can see why the RAV4 is the best-selling SUV in America, bar none. Over fenders, matte black finish, ABS plastic. Really easy to replace if you get scratches or dents or dings. A couple twists of a screwdriver, buy one of them through the parts department. You don't need to paint it. Just take the old one off, put the new one on, you're good to go. The wheels for 2022, the style is identical. It's that 5-spoke wheel, but the finish is now a gunmetal gray metallic painted finish, chrome lug nuts, 4-wheel disc brakes, anti-lock brakes, traction control standard, 225/65 17-inch wheel and tire, a nice road tire, smooth, probably not the best off-road tire, but honestly most people are not going off-road. Independent front suspension with the coil-over strut setup there. Independent rear suspension as well. Notice we have a very wide body side molding down here on the side. Again, it's that ABS plastic, and once again, that's mounted right here on top of the door panel. So if you pick up some scuffs along here, this can pop off and you can put a new one on really easily. And again, you don't need to paint it. It is scratch and dent resistant. You can see it wraps all the way up into the fender and ties in nicely with the over fenders. Color to match door handles are standard. Smart keyless entry system is standard. Color to match outside mirrors. They fold in, they break away. Blind spot monitoring, heated and power. Turn signals built right into the mirror here as well. Also the trim up and over the windows here is chrome with a matte black finish here on the B-pillar. Privacy glass on all of the rear windows. It does have the roof rail system, gloss black, and you can buy attachments here through the parts department. Sunroof is not standard on the XLE. It is an option. Your gas door is going to be right here on the driver's side. The rear tail lenses really wrap around nicely around the back here. It's a gloss black bezel around here, so nice clean look. Some vortex generators here designed to give you better fuel efficient, less wind resistant. Color to match shark fin antenna, so magnetic gray metallic. Color to match spoiler, and then that wraps into a matte black C-pillar there on the back. I had to do the math there, so that's your C-pillar. Swing around the back, we do have LED tail lights. We've got an LED third brake light, rear window defrost, privacy glass, rear washer wiper standard, chrome badging with your Toyota, with your RAV4 XLE and all-wheel drive badging is chrome as well. We do have a backup camera under here. I mentioned the chrome Toyota badge. So on the XLE trim, this piece of trim right here is painted colored to match. When you get into the limited, then it's more of a gray painted metallic. So a little bit of a different color on the back. Rear bumper, we've got reflectors here. We've got the matte black finish on the rear bumper here. Again, scratch and dent resistant. They also wrap the tailgate with that. Now, XLE does not come standard with the power liftgate. It's an option. But you can see there that ABS plastic is mounted over the tailgate to reduce scratches, dents, and dings when you're opening and closing the tailgate. Again, not a power liftgate on there. It does have dual chrome exhaust tips. It is not a dual exhaust system, but it does add to the sporty look. Here's a quick look at the undercarriage, the rear suspension, the braking system. And then again, these are reflectors, not lights, but they do help with visibility and added safety. Let's go ahead and swing around to the front. We'll pop that hood and take a look at the engine. So as a gas edition of the RAV4, the engine on here is Toyota's Bulletproof 2.5 liter 16 valve 4-cylinder engine. And this, as I said, bulletproof, a great engine. Fuel economy is 29 miles per gallon combined city and highway, and this is the all-wheel drive edition. And then the gas version that this is an 8-speed automatic transmission. When you get into the hybrid, then it becomes a CVT transmission. So that 8-speed transmission and the engine together produce 219 horsepower, I believe it is. I could be off on it. It's either 219 or 203. I'm just having a hard time remembering it. It's the same engine that Toyota uses in the Camry, and then it's the same engine they use in the hybrid, but the hybrid, of course, has electric motors. The engine and transmission have a 5-year, 60,000-mile powertrain warranty, no deductible. And of course, you do get Toyota Care, so that's your basic maintenance. It's going to be your oil changes, your fluid top-offs, and Toyota also covers your tire rotations for 2 years or 25,000 miles, no extra charge. The vehicle itself has a 3-year, 36,000-mile limited warranty, no deductible there either. So a really great warranty package. Let's go ahead and dive inside and check out the interior. Diving in here on the driver's side, let's take a look at the driver's door. Now this is a black and charcoal interior, so the door panel's all black. Padded armrest here. Love the silver trim going up and over the door handle with the silver door handle here. There's anti-slip material on the back of here. Power windows, one touch up and down for all 4. Power door locks, power mirrors are here. There's a speaker down here in the door, and there's also a pocket on the door, which is large enough to hold a bottle of water as well. So plenty of places to stow your drinks inside the XLE version. So the XLE comes standard with the power driver's seat and power lumbar support. The passenger seat is not power. Cloth fabric seats, and they're all embossed with that, what I would call the RAV4 logo, and you'll see it throughout. It's a nice, comfortable bucket seat with a nice, durable cloth on here. Height adjustable headrest. We also have height adjustable seat belts, and then the airbags, side airbags, are actually built in the seat. So when you move the seat forward, the airbags move with you for optimum position. Up on the dashboard, this again all black, but we do have the silver trim. There's 4 of these vents, up, down, left, right, and on and off. And then down here, a little storage cubby. Down here, just 2 switches, dimmer switch for your dash lights, and the automatic high beams on and off. So you get automatic high beams. You also get automatic on and off for your headlights. A little bit further down is the gas release, trunk or hood release, dead pedal brake, and your gas pedal where you would expect them. Let's go ahead and grab a seat. So here we are behind the wheel of the RAV4. I've got my camera almost pressed up against my nose. I just wanted to give you that bird's eye view of the interior before we dive in. A lot of headroom, leg room. The seat goes back quite a ways. You can see I don't have the seat there. Now it's all the way back, and I can touch the gas, but I certainly wouldn't want to drive like this. So I'm 5'7". If you're a 6-footer, I think it'd be just fine. The steering wheel on here, this is a vinyl wrap steering wheel, so no leather on the XLE trim, at least on this level of the XLE. Driver's side airbag. We do have the same controls on the steering wheel as the upgraded version. So information center controls, Bluetooth connectivity, voice activations, stereo settings, all right here. And then over on this side, we've got our cruise control, dynamic radar cruise control on and off. We've got our lane departure on and off, and we also have our ability to change the radio stations right here as well. Over here, we've got our washer wiper controls. We do have intermittent front and rear washer wipers, so the rear trunk does have a washer on it. Mentioned that earlier. And then over on this side are our headlight controls. No fog lights on the XLE Standard Edition. It does have automatic on and off for the headlights, so auto high beams and auto on and off standard on the RAV4 XLE for 2022. Take a look at our gauge cluster. It's not started up yet. I'm going to go ahead and do that, but I want to show you on the left is the tach and the temperature. On the right is the speedometer and fuel gauge, and then right in the middle is where we find the information center. So let me go ahead and start it up. Mentioned earlier we have smart keyless entry system, so foot on the brake, pushing the button, hold it, and it will start up. Now it's going to play a little bit of an animation here so you can see the RAV4 animation. I'm just going to roll up my window. It is getting warm in here, so I'm going to also have to turn on the air conditioning as well. Hopefully it doesn't make too much noise. But there you can see the gauge cluster. In the information center in the middle, you've got road sign detection, so it's telling me the speed limit, outside temperature, clock, digital speedometer if you want to use that instead of the standard speedometer. And then you can toggle through for some settings to change your lane tracing, pre-collision, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert is standard also, and then road sign assistance. So that's going to give you a lot of extra safety features, and Toyota takes safety very, very serious and doesn't shortcut on any of the safety features. So a really safe vehicle with a lot of great comfort, convenience features. Let's take a look over here at the center stack. So the XLE does come with a 7-inch center stack. Now they do make larger ones, but the 7-inch is standard, and it does have some great features on it. Let me just go through this. So we've got AM FM, we've got Sirius satellite radio. You get 3 months of the premium subscription with that, and we have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Alexa compatible on this. Other than that, as far as navigation, it's an app that you can run off of your smartphone, so navigation is not standard. It's a pretty darn good sound system. I think most people would be completely satisfied with it, but if you're an audiophile, you might want to upgrade to JBL audio. Take a look down here in the center. We've got our 4-way flashers right here, vents here. It's really kicking out here because it's hot, so I'm just going to kind of go through it and talk as loud as I can so you can hear me. Notice automatic temperature control on the driver's side and the passenger side. Front window defrost, rear window defrost. When you tap the rear window defrost, it actually heats up the outside mirrors over here, so that if you have ice or snow on those, you can get that off of there. Moving further down the center console, before we dive in too far, I wanted to show you the backup camera on here. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this into reverse, and then we'll take a look at our backup camera. Again, this is the 7-inch screen. It's a pretty darn good screen. It does not have path projection, so these lines, they don't turn when you turn the wheel, but it is more than adequate to make sure you're not running into a hole or something when you back up. As we head back down to the center here, I wanted to point out, let me get the shifter out of the way. We've got traction control on and off. We've got auto start for our engine, so if you want to save a little fuel economy, you can use that. Just some warning lights here regarding the safety, again, airbags and such. There's a flat landing spot down here for odds and ends. That's not wireless charging on the XLE, it is an option. 12-volt charging opportunity here, and then a USB charging opportunity right there. So, quick place to drop your smartphones and go on with your day. Moving back a little bit, wanted to point out our parking brake is here and brake hold. So this is an electronic parking brake setup. We've got drive modes of eco, normal, and sport. We've got off-road or condition settings for snow, mud and sand, rock and dirt. Here's a little coin tray. And I always call it the RAV4 logo because you'll see this embossed in the seats and the cup holders and throughout the door speakers. So I think that might be like the RAV4 logo, since they use it only on the RAV4. There's some nice silver trim here in the center as well. Everything is definitely within reach. I'm a small person, camera near my nose, you can see I can touch everything. These are nice big knobs, and they're actually rubber coated, so they're slip resistant. Take a look at the rest of the center console. We've got 2 cup holders here, nice deep well, and you can see the Toyota, the RAV4 logo down in there as well. Nice wide armrest, big enough for 2 arms, even bigger than mine. It is a padded armrest, and then underneath we have a bunch of storage under here, no problem. We also have, let me turn the light off here, 2 USB backlit, kind of a pale blue plug down there for USB-Cs. So up front there's 4 different places to plug in your electronics. Turn our attention over to the passenger seat. Same style and design that we saw in the driver's seat. Height adjustable. Passenger assist grip up here. We've got lighted illuminated vanity mirrors. We've got visor extensions. Overhead. The overhead console has some great features. Here's your overhead lighting. We've got Safety Connect. That's if you have issues out on the road, push that. Toyota will send you roadside assistance. Sunglass holder right here. And then the rear view mirror is your standard day-night mirror. So you just flip it to do whatever it needs to do. Does not have home link, so no garage door openers on the standard XLE. It is an option, but not at this price point. So let's go ahead and jump in the back seat and see what's back there. So here's a quick look at the driving compartment from the back seat, and the visibility, you can see there's lots of room, but from back here the visibility is pretty nice. I have to say, the back seat does sit down a little bit lower than the front seat, so those big headrests kind of give you an obstruction, especially if they're all the way down, but you need those for safety. So take a look at the amenities back here. So down here on the center armrest, there are some vents here for the heating, no temperature controls. And then down here, there's 2 more USB ports, and you can see, let me turn the light off, they are backlit, so you'll be able to see them at night in the dark. We've got a map pocket over here, no map pocket over here. Take a look at the legroom though. That's a lot of knee room behind that front driver's seat. Now I had that seat moved forward just a little bit, but it's almost all the way back, and look at how much legroom there is. So I don't think you'll have any issues getting adults sitting back here, 2 for sure, maybe 3. So in the back there are 3 seat belts. There is a folding armrest with 2 cup holders. The doors have the pockets in them and the power windows and such. Passenger assist grip, coat hook, and then up here is an overhead light as well. These back seats are kind of nice because they actually recline. So right now this is all the way back. If I tug on this handle up here, bring it ahead and just push it back, now it's in a more upright position. So that's an interesting feature that I haven't seen on a lot of manual back seats. So that's kind of nice. You can also fold these seats down while sitting in one of them, like I am right now. And so if I did need to drop the seat, take a look at that. There's child tethers here, and then I can also access the back or the trunk while sitting in this seat as well. So that's a quick look in the back seat. Let's go ahead and jump in the trunk. So let's jump in the trunk. Once again, the XLE does not come standard with the power lift gate. It is an option, but what I love about the gates on here is they open up really high, so you're not going to bonk your head unless you're 7 feet tall on there. But it gets up and out of the way. It's got a nice low lift over height, so it should be easy to load water, softener, salt, that type of thing. The XLE trim does come standard with the cargo cover, retractable. It's also removable, so you can just tug on it like this, and I'm using one hand, and you can get that bad boy out of there really easily. Cargo light here, 12-volt charging opportunity here, little storage cubby, tie-down hooks at all 4 corners in the back, and then I want to show you the spare tire situation. So let me pull that out of there, put that down there. So a nice low lift over height, flat floor with plenty of room left to right for golf clubs without having to put the seats down. But I've got 40% folded down. Take a look at how far that is up in there. And of course you can also drop the other 60 if you want to. Underneath here, we've got the temporary spare tire. We've got our toolkit and plenty of room underneath here for emergency equipment, blankets, first aid kits, jumper cables, what have you. The other thing that's really cool is I took this out for a reason, because on one side it's felt line, on the other side it's plastic, nice hard plastic, and you can actually flip it around and put it back in on a lower level. So I'm trying to do this with one hand. Really not that hard to do. And now as I slide it back in, notice I've got a nice solid surface here, but I also picked up another 2 inches of height in the back. So that's a little hidden gem on the RAV4 that I think really helps out for those heavy or dirty loads, like if you're hauling some dirt for the garden or what have you. Just set it on there and then wipe it off when you're done. So that's the trunk on the RAV4 XLE. So that's the 2022 Toyota RAV4 XLE Gas Edition. Really a great bang for the buck. This one lists a little over 31K. Hey, if you like the video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Feel free to share it out. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer them. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.